Hey and welcome to another YouTube video. Today I want to talk a little bit about food prep on a raw vegan diet. Like honestly, I don't do so much food prep anymore. I used to and I have great experience, but I don't do it anymore. And yeah, why and how and what at all we will discuss in this video. But before we start, I want to invite you to check out my free video course. It's a 6-part video course. You can just sign up with your email address. I will not spam you. It's just my free gift for you, and you will learn everything you need to know in this video course, how to start a raw vegan diet. You will learn how to overcome sugar cravings, how to get enough protein, how to build muscles on a raw vegan diet, how to deal with social situations. It's really a great course and it will get you started. But now we can start with the prep topic. So I hear it all the time. People are just busy and they tell me, well, you can do it. You are self-employed. You can work from home, but I have to work and I cannot do all the food prep. It's too much for me. I cannot be raw. But honestly, you don't have to prep anything. For example, you just can grab an apple, a banana, and you are good to go. So that's the first thing I want to mention. You don't have to do anything. That's the nice thing about the raw vegan diet. You can make it as complicated or as easy as you like it to be. If you're really busy and you have to work all the time, you really have no time at all for any food prep, that's fine as well. You don't have to. You don't have to prepare smoothies, juices. You don't have to prepare any fancy dishes like dehydrated stuff. You don't have to do any of that. It's really not required. You just can eat fruit and vegetables in its whole natural state and you can be satisfied. So that's the first thing I want to mention before we even start. You don't have to do anything, but if you have a little bit more time or if you want to save time in your week, then you can, for example, say, okay, I will make some food prep on Sunday or Saturday or whatever fits in your schedule, and then you can start. And what I do or did in the past, okay, juices I still prep sometimes. I really don't like to choose so much because it's a lot to clean the juicer and all of that. It's time consuming, I have to admit. But first of all, you don't need juices to be raw. You just can eat everything in its raw whole state. You don't need to choose. But I love juice, so I choose to make juice. And yeah, I choose honestly 2 to 3 times a week. That's it. And then I batch juice. I have the Hurom juicer. It's the German version of the Nama, I think. And yeah, it's really great. You can batch juice. You can make liters of juice at once, and it's great. It's quick. And I make green juice and I make fruit juice, and then I put it into the freezer so I have enough for, let's say, 4 to 5 days. And then yeah, I will, after 3 or 4 days, I will start again one big juicing session, and then I have again for more than 3 days I have juice ready in my freezer. And what I always do is the night before I put out 1 glass jar, and then I have it ready for the next morning. Okay, so that's the first thing I prep, and I would recommend, if you want to drink juice, you can really make lots of juice, like 6 or 7 liters at once, and then you just put it into the freezer and you're good to go for some days. Okay, that's my first tip. Prepare your juice and freeze it. And then the second thing is, if you want to have smoothies, you can also prep your smoothies. I recommend you are not blending them in advance because they oxidize really quickly, but you can put all the ingredients for the smoothie into 1 glass jar, or even in the pitcher. You can just use the Vitamix, put all the ingredients in, and then put it into your fridge so you have it ready for the morning. So for example, if you want to have a smoothie for breakfast every single morning, which is a good idea, then you can just grab the pitcher from the fridge and you have it, all the ingredients are already in there and just have to turn it on. So that's another thing you can prep the night before, or even if you wanted to prep it for several days, you can also use some freezer bags or, like I said, glass jars, and then prep, for example, 3 smoothies. Then you can put in the freezer bag some bananas, some mangoes, spinach, ginger, whatever you want to have in your smoothie, and then you just store it in the fridge, or you can even freeze it and then it even lasts longer. So that's the second option. You can prepare juices and smoothies. Then the next thing you can prepare and meal prep is washing your produce beforehand. So for example, you go grocery shopping and immediately wash all your products. So start washing your vegetables, your fruits, your lettuces, all your herbs, everything you want to use in the week. you can really wash it right away after grocery shopping, and then you can put it into plastic bags or just in bowls. Sometimes I just use bowls, like big bowls, and put in some fruits like they're already washed, and then I put it into the fridge and then I just have to grab it when I'm hungry. So that's really convenient as well. Yeah, that's my third tip. Wash your produce right away and put it into the fridge, and then you're good to go during the week. You don't have to wash anymore, because honestly that's the thing that takes the most time, I think, if you have to wash your lettuce to make salad, and compared to if you have to just grab it from the fridge and it's already prepared, it's so much easier, and it will help you to stick to your healthy habits. Okay, so then you can also think, this is more a mindset tip for food prep, so you can think in meals. If you go grocery shopping, then think, okay, what do I eat this week? For example, if you want to eat one melon for lunch every day and you want to go shopping for 5 days, then obviously you need to buy 5 melons. And I would recommend always buy 1 or 2 more, because you never know if there's a bad one. So if you grab a bad one accidentally, then you still have a backup plan. And yeah, that's another thing which is really helpful. So just think in meals. You can go to a grocery store, okay, 5 days, 5 melons. Or for example, if you want to have nice cream at 2 days of the week, then you can just think, okay, one ice cream meal would require like 10 bananas, for example. And then obviously if you want to have nice cream 2 times a week, you have to buy at least 20 bananas and freeze them. So that's really helpful when it comes to shopping, that you really think in meals, because oftentimes I see, especially with beginners who are just starting, they buy way too little. They buy too little produce, and you really need more than you think, especially if you're just starting and you're hungry and you're just learning to satisfy yourself with fruits. You don't have to restrict at that period of time. You just need to eat, okay? Just need to eat, and you need to eat the good stuff and not the bad things. And what happens if you are not prepared, then you will most likely fall back and consume other things. So really think in meals and think about it. How much do you need? And then just buy it. No matter how people look at you, they will ask you in the grocery store. They will ask you, oh my God, what's going on? Do you have a restaurant, or are you feeding a family of 10? Like, if it's not like this, you're doing something wrong. So that's a good sign. If someone's asking you what's going on here, then you're doing something right. Okay, so think in meals. That's my 4th tip. Then you can prep salad dressings, actually. That's the same thing like with the smoothies. You can either just put it into the blender and then use it as soon as you're ready to have your salad. For example, put some sunflower seeds or hemp seeds into your blender, and then you can add some lemon peel, lemon juice, herbs, I don't know, and then you just have to grab it from the fridge, blend it, and pour it over your salad, and you're done. And dressings, you can even mix them right away. So if you want to have like 2 liters of salad dressings prepared already for the week, that's okay too. So just make some nut-based dressings or make some fruit-based dressings. And by the way, you can find all different kinds of delicious salad dressings in my app, Nourished by Coco Anel. So check it out. I will leave the link here and in the description box below. That's the next thing I would recommend, to prepare some delicious salad dressings. The last thing I recommend you can prepare is frozen fruits and vegetables. So always make sure you have some frozen bananas in your fridge, like I said, for ice cream, or all kinds of different fruits, because you never know if a fruit is bad. It's not like with a cooked vegan diet. So you cannot trust all the fresh produce. Sometimes you are not lucky. Like for example, these days I had 2 Gallia melons and they were amazing. They smelled amazing. They were soft, and I was convinced they are so delicious. And then I cut them open and they were just like not edible at all. Not delicious at all, not ripe. And yeah, so I needed a backup plan. And let's say I didn't have anything else in my fridge, then I would have a problem. Always be aware that something can happen. Not every fruit is like top quality. And this cannot happen on a cooked vegan diet. For example, if you buy oats or dried lentils, they always taste good if you cook them, you know? So you have to think a little bit different if you only eat raw foods. And yeah, the last thing, frozen veggies. You can have frozen cauliflower, frozen broccoli. It's nice if you defrost it and then use it in your salads or curries. Or like I said, frozen fruits for a backup plan, or for nice cream and smoothies. So let's recap. Juices, you can prep juices and freeze them. You can make smoothies and put them into your fridge already for the next day. Then you can wash your produce right away if you come home from grocery shopping. This will make it so much easier during the week, trust me. Then you can think in meals if you go grocery shopping. So really think about how much you want to eat and how much you need. And then you can prepare your salad dressings. You can either mix them right away and store them in the fridge, or just mix them shortly before you want to have your salad. And then you can have frozen fruits and frozen veggies in your freezer. These things will really help you to stick to a raw vegan diet no matter what. But I have to say, you still will not succeed if you still carry around lots of old claiming, yes, the raw vegan diet is not working for me. I tried it. I felt terrible. I could not digest all the raw food. Yes, I know. But the raw food is not the enemy. It's not a problem. The problem is not the raw food. The problem is that you are carrying around old waste in your gut. So if you experience the same and you're struggling to digest raw foods, the first step is to do a proper juice cleanse. And this is why I provide a proven protocol in my app, Nourished by Coco. You can check it out. You can just sign up and start your 7-day free trial today, and there you will find my Choose Fast protocol. It's really a proven protocol. And you will also find my gut rehab protocol. It's everything in there. You'd have to clean out your gut first with this specific protocol. It really works. It works wonders for all of my clients. And then you can really incorporate these tips I just told you and really celebrate the raw vegan lifestyle. And then you are cleaned out from the inside. And then finally you will succeed with a raw vegan lifestyle. And then it's easy and it's fun and it's really doable and nothing special at all. So just be aware that you have to clean out your gut first. And this is why I offer everything in my app, Nourished by Coco. Like I said, I will leave the link here and in the description box below. That's it for today. I hope it was kind of helpful, and yeah, maybe you can incorporate some of these tips in your life. Let me know if you have other tips or if you have any questions, and then I will see you in my next video or in my app, Nourished by Coco. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.